Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Keep Punching University. Very excited to have Miss Sydney Paige on with us tonight. My name is Jim Gonsoulin. I'm hosting this from Laurelville, Louisiana. I've been involved with the company Juice Plus for now 34 years, and I'm very excited to share with you what Miss Sydney's all about. This call is hosted by Carrie and Mickey Daigle now for over 34 years. Think about that. We get together as a trusted community to share some insight on how you can improve your health. And also you hear about tonight how you can create a phenomenal business that maybe take you around the world. Sydney Paige is on with us. You see her expression there. She's a very magnetic personality. She's a former high-level competitive gymnast with a passion for health, wellness, and personal growth. How about that? Having been a loyal, listen to this, a loyal user of Juice Plus since she was 4 years old, she incorporates it into her daily routine to fuel her active and vibrant lifestyle. You hear about that in a minute. She's a travel enthusiast, to say the least. Sydney thrives on exploring new destinations, but she also cherishes the balance and joy that her 5 dogs bring to her home life. Isn't that interesting? One of her greatest joys is building a business alongside her mom. Miss Beth's on with us here. You hear more about that in a few minutes. Beth is not only a partner, but she's been a real encouragement to Sydney throughout her life. She's also her best friend. With a natural drive and competitive spirit, Sydney's constantly pushing herself to reach new heights and expand her limits. One of the lines on the flyer was no limit, right? You hear about that in all aspects of her life. She's lived in both Australia and Hawaii and completed her college degree while enjoying the iconic coastal beauty of Bondi Beach. How about that? Sydney, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on tonight. It's such an honor to be on, and I'm excited to share more with all of you.
I understand you just returned from a trip. Would you share about that?
I did. So I actually just got back from Europe. I was in Germany for 10 days visiting friends, and it was so much fun. It was such an awesome experience.
That's awesome. Would you share with us a little bit more about your background?
Um, sure. So I have been taking Juice Plus since I was 4 years old. It's sort of always been a part of me. I was a high level competitive gymnast, so sort of always having that extra nutrition in my body was something that I'll value forever. With that being said, I started college in the US. I really wanted to go abroad somewhere. I decided I was going to go to Australia because who doesn't want to go to Australia? And I ended up staying there and finishing my college degree there. So that's a little more about my background.
That's awesome. So you started at 4 years old on Juice Plus. When did you realize that Juice Plus was actually good for you?
So to be honest, it was always such a part of me that I never really felt or like had this big, oh my gosh, like, yes, I have to stay on Juice Plus forever. Other than just knowing that it was good for me. But I really started to notice it when I was training in the gym and I never had a sick day. I never had to, miss training or miss gymnastics or miss a competition when I was sick because I was really never sick. And most of my friends and teammates were. So that was the big moment that I was like, yeah, I'm going to stick with this forever.
That's awesome. And you kind of, as you said, you blended it into your life. As an athlete, as an elite athlete, how have you seen Juice Plus has impacted you health-wise and even performance?
So I've actually had 6 surgeries. I got injured when I was 13, and the sort of biggest impact that I saw that it had on me was when I went to my elbow surgeon, and he said to me, if your nutrition and Juice Plus wasn't as part of your diet for as long as it was, you would have been injured probably about a year ago. So I got to compete for a year longer and stay in the sport for a year longer than I would have because of how good my nutrition was.
That's awesome. And I know I can imagine as a gymnast, that's pretty intense training, right?
It's very intense training. Yeah, I was training about 6 days a week, and then I was typically competing on the weekends. And in the summer, I was training 6 days a week from morning until night. There wasn't much downtime at all.
So would you say Juice Plus is good fuel for the body?
Oh my gosh, 100%. It's honestly a non-negotiable. If you're a high level athlete doing any sort of training, your body needs it. It's what your body needs to fuel itself and to really perform at that peak performance level.
That's awesome. Sydney, we hadn't talked about this, but I know that the NSF certification is a real plus for athletes. Can you share how important that is to you?
Absolutely. So I think that's sort of something that any high level athlete looks at in general when you're looking at anything because of how strict the guidelines are and everything like that. So having that, and, you know, for me and for my teammates and anyone that's a high level athlete that I'm sharing it with is such a huge plus to be able to share with them, because it's sort of an extra level that they don't really have to look at. They kind of just know it's there and they know that it's safe.
That's awesome. So if it's good enough for an elite athlete like yourself and your teammates, how good would it be for somebody who's not necessarily an athlete, would you say?
Honestly, it's just the best. Like, I just think Juice Plus is the best thing ever, and everyone needs it.
That's awesome. So Sydney, let's shift gears here. You've obviously built a successful business. We'll talk about that. When did you start your business and why did you choose to partner? As you said earlier, you talk about that for a minute. When did you start?
Absolutely. So I signed up on my 18th birthday. Literally, like as soon as I woke up in the morning, I was so excited. I went downstairs, signed up, and the rest is kind of history. I really wanted to sign up because I got to experience so many cool things growing up with my mom in the business, getting to travel with her, getting to go to conferences, sort of just being part of the amazing community that we are. And I knew that I wanted a future family one day.
That's awesome. So what has it been like to partner with your mom in building your business?
Honestly, it has been so much fun. My mom is my absolute best friend on the planet. So being able to work together and do events together is so much fun. I honestly could not do this without her. I stay connected to her 24/7, but also I connect her to absolutely everyone. And that's been the most helpful thing, is whenever I have someone interested in either the product or the business, I can just connect them to her. And it's even more fun because then I get to talk to her more.
That's awesome. That brings up a good point, Sydney. You know, we talk a lot about using your support team to help you in the business. So apparently you do that. What difference has it made for you to partner with your mom that way?
Honestly, I could not recommend it more for anyone to stay connected to your upline, your support, whoever you can, whoever brought you into business or whoever's supporting you. It has been the most helpful thing to me. Obviously, it's super fun for me because it's my mom, but she's also been, I honestly could not have gotten to where I am without her. I connect every single person to her, make a group chat, kind of do whatever's needed to be done. And it's just the best.
That's awesome. Sydney, I know you recently got acknowledged for reaching our qualified national marketing director position. That's the second highest position available in our business. What has it been like for you to accomplish that? And what did you do? How did you achieve that? Did we lose her? I think we lost her. Carrie, can you see her or hear her?
No, she's darked out. If you have a cell number, just give her a quick call.
Yeah, okay. So
So we appreciate all of you listening in. We're sorry about the interruption. I know she just got in from Germany today.
yes.
In fact, right before the call. So she's got a little jet lag. There she is.
Oh,
Sydney
sorry.
for a minute. There
Okay,
you are.
that's okay. Thank you for swinging again. We were talking about how you build your business to qualify national marketing director.
Totally. So I would say that I love to travel. I bring the business with me everywhere I go. I truly integrate it into my everyday life. Yesterday I was on a packed plane flying home. There were literally no empty seats, and I ended up talking to the person in front of me. Turns out he's getting his PhD at Cornell, and we ended up talking the whole time. And I actually just emailed him about the business because he wanted to learn more. So I truly integrate it into every aspect of my life, whether it's going to a workout class, or I don't know, going to a cute cafe because I love avocado toast. It's like my favorite thing ever. So when I was in Australia, they have the best avocado toast ever on the whole planet. But when I would go to a cute cafe, I might integrate it, something like that. And I definitely wouldn't, recommend this to anyone. But one of my favorite things to do is if I'm, at a restaurant or maybe out with my friends, I will take Luminate with conversation starters ever. If I pull it out, people will be like, oh my gosh, what's that? And it's just the easiest way to like start a conversation with someone while I'm, pouring it into a drink.
That's awesome. That's pretty creative there. I applaud you for that. So what's your favorite part of building your Juice Plus enterprise, Sydney?
Say two things. I absolutely love the community. The people that we have in our community are amazing. They're unlike any other. And I love that I can literally do it from anywhere, anytime. So if it's, I don't know, 2 a.m. here, it might be 4 o'clock in Australia and I can do business there. Or if I'm traveling to Hawaii or living on the beach, I can still actively build my business wherever I am.
Yeah. That brings me to the next question. People in your age, your generation, what are they looking for in a business, Sydney?
Of course. So to be honest, not all of my team is my age. And I think that's a really important point to kind of touch on because teams can, especially my team, is kind of a really wide range of a lot of different people from a lot of different, points in their lives. I would say people my age are looking for a fun community and they want to be able to work from wherever and travel. So I think within my team personally, we've made building our businesses really fun, whether it's going out for like a group brunch and we invite
Lost her again. Anyway, Sydney's, as we mentioned, she just got back from Germany, spent time in Australia, Hawaii. She mentions about building your business with different age groups. And I think it's all of us can really look at that in regard to how we introduce the business to anyone. The gentleman she met on the plane yesterday, going for his PhD, probably a little older than her. And yet she brought it up to him, and here's a prospect that she can get from that. Our business is worldwide. I see Kurt on with us. Kurt's built a business in over 20 countries. It's just a phenomenal opportunity for everybody to come on and join us. And all we have to do really is ask them. Let's see, we might have her back. Sydney, you with us? All right. Check your mute. All right, Carrie. See if she can.
Looking for her.
Yeah. Third row, fourth row down.
On your computer, not
Yeah.
necessarily on mine.
All right, we're going to get Sydney back on in just a second.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what keeps happening. You're kicking me
Hey,
out.
you're going for it. We appreciate that. Kind of like our business. You got to keep swinging, right?
So sorry.
So you were talking about what people are looking for, fun, community. How does our business fit into that?
So I think our business can kind of fit into anything that you want it to be. So there's no one way that someone has to build their business. And I think that's been the most helpful thing for me, sort of having a team that's such a wide range of ages, something that I find fun. My mom probably doesn't find fun at all. I know some of the events with lots of people that I do that are super fun and young and something that I would find so much fun. My mom would be like, yeah, you have fun with that. And it would never be something that she would want to do with her friends. Not to say she wouldn't come support me, but I think just finding whatever works for you is honestly the best way to do it.
That's a good way to look at it, Sydney, and I appreciate you mentioning that because there's no one way to bring it up. As you said, you take it in your life wherever you go, and it happens to be worldwide. Pretty attractive to people watching that lifestyle. What would you say to somebody who's considering Juice Plus for the first time as a product?
Totally. So, that's a tough one. I would say definitely, hello.
Mm-hmm. We're here. Oops. Well, let's see. 3 times the charm, right? get her back on. Sydney, as we mentioned, was an elite athlete as a gymnast. She obviously stays fit, and I would imagine, knowing her mom, that she pretty much ate well her whole life. Here she is coming back. So, asking her about the product, all of us know about the research. Dr. Sachs is on with us. She can validate that. But you know what? In the end, it's all about how does it fuel your body. So, Sydney, let's see if we can get you off mute. All right. Thank you all for your patience. Can you find her, Care? All right. Sydney, try. There you go.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay, third time's a charm. We're talking about Juice Plus. Why would somebody want to look at it?
Totally. So I would say ask yourself if you have a desire to be sort of part of the global mission of inspiring healthy living. And if you want to get healthy yourself, you yourself, if you want to be part of the solution to some of the problems in the world right now. And most importantly, I would say be open to learning and hearing more about something that you might not necessarily know about or, think about right now.
That's awesome. Sydney, you've been involved now for what, 6 years in our business?
Yeah, 6 years.
I'm going to ask you a forecasting question. What do you see ahead for yourself and all of us in the next 5 years with Juice Plus?
So I would say I would see Juice Plus sort of becoming even more of a household name than it already is, and the impact and income that we create over the next 5 years will be greater than what we've created in the last 15.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And coming from somebody with your perspective, I think that carries a lot of weight because, as you said, we have a solution for health and for prosperity, and you're a great demonstration of that. One last question before I ask you to close with a tip. What's it like now to have corporate benefits? I know you're in that category now.
It's so awesome being able to be with a company that provides everything that it does. It's amazing. It's one less thing to kind of have to think about, especially at my age when, you kind of come off of parents' insurance by the time you're 26. It's amazing having sort of all of those benefits that are coming and that I know are coming, and not really having to worry about that.
That's awesome. Your timing is very good, Sydney. You're 2 years ahead of schedule, right?
I know, right? Thank you.
It's awesome. In closing, what one success tip would you share with everybody on the Zoom tonight?
So I would say my one tip is just be yourself. Do the business in the way that you would do it. Don't try to do the business how I would do it or how anyone else would do it. Be yourself. Don't try to be someone that you're not. Don't try to implement something that isn't natural to you and something that you wouldn't do. People will sense that. So just be yourself.
That's awesome. That's a great tip. And we really appreciate you being with us. I know you had a full couple of days of traveling to get back. We were going back and forth on Vox, and we really appreciate you coming on with us this evening.
Thank you so much for having me. It was such an honor, and I'm so sorry about the Wi-Fi.
Okay. We endured. You came back on. We appreciate you being with us.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll go ahead and take it off record.